Someone's watching us.
Reverse polarity of the turbine.
Plates are going the other way. We have to get out of here. The planes are sucking the air backwards!
Set. This is Michael Faulkner, and it is showtime at the January 24th, 2017 edition of the Weekly Podioplex, brought to you on the Chronic Rift Network. This week's birthdays include chestburster victim, wand master, and war doctor John Hurt, Diane Lane, mother of both the current Superman and Inside Out's Riley, White Collar's Tiffany Thiessen, MacGyver and Jack O'Neill, Richard Dean Anderson, talk show host and forgetful fish, Ellen DeGeneres, Bond villain and Gone Girl, Rosamund Pike, the Hobbit who saved the Shire, Elijah Wood, and a totally different kind of war doctor, Alan Alda. Starting with the box office report, it was a good week to be a newbie, except for number 11 and The Founder, which premiered to $3.4 million. Now, there was no cinema score information, the premiere was just under expectations, and critics were very favorable with an 81% positive reception, but a start this low means that this one will fade away pretty quickly. At number 10 is The Bye-Bye Man, down 6 from 4th. At number 9 is Sleepless, down 1 from 8th. At 8th is Patriots Day, down 2 from 6th. In 7th is Monster Trucks, holding position from last week. And finishing out this week's bottom 5 is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, down 1 from 5th. After this week's performance, Rogue One has finally broken $1 billion worldwide. The top 5 this week begin with La La Land, down 3 from 2nd with $8.4 million and a total of $89.8 million. In 4th place is Sing, down 1 from 3rd with $9 million and a total of $249.3 million. In 3rd place is last week's winner, Hidden Figures, adding $15.7 million to a total of $83.7 million. In 2nd is new release Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, premiered at $20.1 million. That's the 2nd highest premiere for the trilogy, coming in at under half of the original. It's also 11th on the list of Vin Diesel headliners. Opening night audiences gave this one an A- cinema score, but the critics were far less forgiving with a 43%. Moving into first this week is Split, debuting to $40 million. That's the 4th largest January opening of all time, barely beating 2008's Cloverfield. It's also director M. Night Shyamalan's 2nd hit in a row after 2015's The Visit. Split received a B+ cinema score and a 75% critical reception. Let's close out the box office report with a look at what was winning in years gone by. 5 years ago in 2012, The Grey, better known as Liam Neeson Punches a Wolf, took number 1 with $20 million. 10 years ago in 2007, Epic Movie won the weekend with $18.6 million. 20 years ago in 1997, Jerry Maguire was the winner with $5.5 million, reclaiming number 1 in its 6th weekend. 30 years ago in 1987, Critical Condition took the title for a second week with $3.3 million. And 40 years ago, in 1977, Rocky took the box office crown with $4.7 million, reclaiming the title in its 8th week of release. The box office premieres for January 27th begin with an ending. This week's headliner is Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, a science fiction thriller starring Mila Jovovich, Ian Glenn, and Ali Larter.
Umbrella captured me at the Arcadia. We were headed somewhere called the Hive.
Stop! There, to the east. Still headed our way.
You know what it is?
Umbrella.
Dr. Isaacs.
I thought that you killed him.
I thought so too. He has an army of undead with him. They'll be here within hours.
What do we do?
Why the hell are we asking her?
She's a stranger. You should have trusted her.
Listen, hey! Don't you touch me, Doc! Put it down! You put it down! Listen, you put it down! Hey, look at me. Just because you think you should be in charge doesn't make it so. Just, hey. You listen to me, Doc. You're gonna regret it. All of you! All of you!
Picking up immediately after the events in Resident Evil Retribution, Alice is the only survivor of what was meant to be humanity's final stand against the undead. Now she must return to where the nightmare began, the Hive in Raccoon City, where the Umbrella Corporation is gathering its forces for a final strike against the only remaining survivors of the apocalypse. Resident Evil, the final chapter, is rated R. The second new title is A Dog's Purpose, a drama starring Britt Robertson, Dennis Quaid, and Peggy Lipton.
Turn around, come on.
What's he saying? There's too many words.
Come on.
I'm gonna do this now.
Come here. Good job.
But one word got said more than any other. After a while, I came to understand the words that mattered. I had a boy, and his name was Ethan. I got a name. My name was Bailey. I learned my place in the pack. Mom liked me.
Yes.
Dad liked me.
Yes.
A lot.
Excuse me, what?
I was sad for the cat. Obviously, he wanted to be a dog. It wasn't my fault he couldn't be a dog.
A dog looks to discover his purpose in life over the course of several lifetimes and owners. Now, this film has been the source of some controversy of late, but a lengthy message from one of the producers has put my mind at ease. I will link that article in the show notes. A Dog's Purpose is rated PG. The third release is Gold, a drama thriller starring Matthew McConaughey, Edgar Ramirez, and Bryce Dallas Howard.
85-15 split. If you have the balls. Kenny, do you have balls? Open it.
Kenny Wells, a prospector desperate for a lucky break, teams up with a similarly eager geologist and sets off on a journey to find gold in the uncharted jungle of Indonesia. Gold is rated R. There are also 3 titles on this week's limited slate, and you can find those in the show notes. Next up is a look at the home entertainment slate for the week of January 24th, and it is a light week. I'll begin with new release on DVD and Blu-ray, and that list begins with Inferno, a mystery thriller starring Tom Hanks, Felicity Jones, and Ben Foster. Robert Langdon awakens in a hospital room in Florence, Italy, with no memory as to what has transpired over the last few days. He suddenly finds himself, again, the target of a major manhunt. But with the help of Dr. Sienna Brooks and his knowledge of symbology, Langdon will try to regain his freedom and lost memories, all while solving the most intricate riddle he's ever faced. Inferno is rated PG-13. The second title is The Monster, a horror thriller starring Zoe Kazan, Ella Ballantine, and Scott Speedman. A mother and daughter must confront a terrifying monster when they break down on a deserted road. The Monster is rated R. And the third release is The Light Between Oceans, a drama starring Michael Fassbender, Alicia Vikander, and Rachel Weisz. A lighthouse keeper and his wife living off the coast of Western Australia raise a baby they rescue from an adrift rowboat. The Light Between Oceans is rated PG-13. Swinging by new release on digital video, I have one title there, that's Trolls, an animated adventure comedy starring Anna Kendrick, James Corden, and Justin Timberlake. Lovable and friendly, the trolls love to play around, but one day, a mysterious giant shows up to end the party. Trolls is rated PG. Moving right along to TV on DVD and Blu-ray, there's one title there, that's Sherlock, Season 4 from 2016, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Martin Freeman, and Una Stubbs. Sherlock returns with 3 brand new feature-length episodes that promise laughter, tears, shocks, surprises, and extraordinary cases. The eagerly anticipated 4th season begins with everyone's favorite detective, Sherlock Holmes, back once again on British soil, as Dr. John Watson and his wife, Mary, prepare for their biggest challenge ever, becoming parents for the first time. I'll wrap up the home entertainment slate with Blu-rays from the past, and this week I bring you 2 titles. The first is Sabotage, a drama thriller from 1939 starring Arlene Whelan, Gordon Oliver, and Charlie Grapewin. When Tommy Grayson is arrested on suspicion of sabotage at the local manufacturing plant, his family and fiancée rush to his aid. But his neighbors and the factory workers are not convinced of his innocence. His father, Major Matt Grayson, a watchman at the plant, is sure that his upright son had nothing to do with the incident that caused the death of a test pilot. With the help of Tommy's fiancée, Gail, and a group of his old friends, Major Grayson sets out to prove that his son was framed and bring the true culprits to justice. Sabotage is not rated. The other title is The Man Who Fell to Earth, a science fiction drama from 1976, starring David Bowie, Rip Torn, and Candy Clark. Thomas Jerome Newton is a humanoid alien who comes to Earth to get water for his dying planet. He starts a high-technology company to create the vast fortune he needs to build a return spacecraft, and soon becomes a financial tycoon. But instead of moving forward with plans to save his home planet, he becomes enamored with his life on Earth. The Man Who Fell to Earth is rated R. After this brief break for about a shameless podcast cross-promotion, the Weekly Podioplex will continue.
This is the Emperor. You're listening to the Sci-Fi Diner podcast. Eat it.
Welcome to the Sci-Fi Diner podcast. Join us, your hosts, Miles P. McLaughlin and Scott Herzog, as we serve up a delightful menu of science fiction interviews and news in the television, movie, DVD, and book world. Test your geek cred with trivia. Top off your meal with the Sci-Fi 5 and 5. Come visit the Sci-Fi Diner podcast at sci-fi-dinerpodcast.com or subscribe to us in iTunes. We're serving up sci-fi from here to the end of the universe.
And welcome back to the Weekly Podioplex. I'm Denise with your Quick Flicks. Remember last week when we talked about remakes? I have another one for you. Anne Hathaway joins the all-women Dirty Rotten Scoundrels remake. However you feel about remakes, you've got to give it to Hollywood. They are trying to be more diverse and inclusive. I said trying. Doesn't necessarily mean they are succeeding, but progress is being made. One way Hollywood is going about this is by remakes written to have women in the roles that were originally played by men and men in the traditionally female roles. If your first thought was Ghostbusters, you get a gold star for the day. The original Dirty Rotten Scoundrels itself is a remake of a flick called Bedtime Stories. Scoundrels was released in 1988 and starred Michael Caine and Steve Martin as conmen. Caine's character was classy and well-spoken, and Martin's was crass and brash. Finding themselves in the same territory, they make a bet over who can con a beautiful young woman with the loser leaving town. I can't say anything more about the original film because I haven't seen it. Rebel Wilson is slated to star in the remake, where the different con artists are women. According to THR, Anne Hathaway is now in talks to co-star with Wilson. Adding to the gender swap, the con target is a male tech prodigy. There are no details about the difference in personality between the two characters. In the 88 Scoundrels, Kane and Martin used their natural accents. And the new movie may do the same, with Rebel Wilson keeping her Australian accent and Anne Hathaway as an American con artist. We'll wait and see. Quick Flicks will keep you updated as new details come up. Next up, Marvel's Inhumans lands Black Sails director. It's okay to admit the MCU has gotten big. It's huge. And it's about to get bigger. Once set for a theatrical release in the Marvel's Phase 4 lineup, The Inhumans was removed and slated as a television series set to air on ABC. In addition to the small screen, Marvel announced they were partnering with IMAX to produce The Inhumans, and the first 2 episodes would premiere in IMAX theaters ahead of their debut on ABC. Marvel announced today that feature film director Roel Renee will helm the first 2 episodes of the series. Renee has an episode of Star's pirate epic Black Sails due out this winter. A detailed synopsis of Inhumans has yet to be released. It was revealed with the announcement of the series that the show will explore the never-before-told epic adventure of Black Bolt and the royal family. As S.H.I.E.L.D. fan knows, Inhumans exist on Earth in the modern-day MCU, with Daisy Johnson, aka Quake, as the most prominent among them. However, S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 alluded to the history of the Inhuman race through the villain Hive, an ancient Inhuman stranded on a distant planet and worshipped Hydra. So now we're getting a look at the royal family. A unique premise to say the least. And with ABC's president Channing Dungey teasing that the 8-episode show will look and feel very different from the Netflix MCU, who knows what we're really going to get. The cynic in me says the Peggy Carter and Gallivant treatment. Not that I'm still bitter or anything. Jumping over to the DCEU, Black Adam is getting his own solo movie starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The plan appears to be introducing Black Adam in his own film ahead of Shazam's solo flick, and these 2 movies being incorporated into the larger narrative, whatever that actually is, at a later point in time. THR is reporting that the plan is for Black Adam not to be the main villain in the first Shazam movie, but that he could appear in a sequel. Moreover, Black Adam could appear in an upcoming DCEU movie like Aquaman prior to his own theatrical release. I love The Rock, but I'm not sure how to feel about the DCEU these days. We will keep you posted as new developments come up. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the People's Choice Award winners. If I had a drum, I'd be rolling it. And the winners are, in the category of Favorite Movie, Finding Dory. Movie Actor is Ryan Reynolds. Movie Actress is Jennifer Lawrence. Favorite Action Movie is Deadpool. And Action Movie Actor is Robert Downey Jr. The Action Movie Actress is Margot Robbie. And the Favorite Animated Movie Voice is Ellen DeGeneres. Favorite Comedic Movie is Bad Moms. And Comedic Movie Actor is Kevin Hart, with the actress as Melissa McCarthy. Favorite Dramatic Movie Actor is Tom Hanks, surprising absolutely no one. Favorite Dramatic Movie Actress is Blake Lively, and the favorite family movie this year is Finding Dory, which, I mean, okay, it was cute, but I mean, really, Kubo and the Two Strings was a whole lot better, but okay. The favorite thriller movie was Girl on the Train. I heard the book was better. Favorite movie icon is Johnny Depp, and I have feelings about that one. The favorite TV show is Outlander. Favorite network TV comedy is The Big Bang Theory, again, surprising no one. Favorite comedic TV actress is Sofia Vergara. Favorite network TV drama is Grey's Anatomy. Favorite dramatic TV actor is Justin Chambers, and with the dramatic TV actress is Priyanka Chopra. Favorite cable TV comedy is Baby Daddy. Cable drama, The Bates Motel. Cable TV actor is Freddie Highmore. I did not know he was still doing acting. Cable actress is Farrah Farmiga. Favorite crime drama is Criminal Minds. Again, surprising no one. Crime drama actor, Mark Harmon. Actress, Jennifer Lopez. That one did surprise me. Premium drama series is Orange is the New Black. And the drama comedy series is Fuller House. I've heard that one's actually pretty good. I never got into Full House, but okay. The favorite premium series actor is Dwayne Johnson. The actress, Sarah Jessica Parker. And my sister will absolutely adore this, and so will a host of other people I know. The favorite network sci-fi fantasy show is Supernatural. On cable, it's The Walking Dead, which, oh god, that show should have died a long time ago. Favorite series, again, is Outlander. The favorite science fiction TV actor is Sam Heughan, and if I pronounce that wrong, I am so sorry. Sci-fi actress is Catriona Balfe. Favorite competition show is The Voice. Okay. Favorite daytime TV host is Ellen DeGeneres, and late night talk show host is Jimmy Fallon. If you haven't heard him on the Hamilton mixtape, he is fabulous. Favorite animated TV show is The Simpsons for the God knows how many times. Favorite actor in a new series is Matt LeBlanc. Actress in a new series is Kristen Bell. And the favorite new TV comedy is Man with a Plan. And the favorite new drama is This Is Us. And I've heard really good things about that show. Finally, also, and most importantly, Neil Gaiman is overseeing the television adaptation of his and Terry Pratchett's masterwork, Good Omens. It's coming to Amazon as a limited series, and I will be counting down its premiere date like the hopeless little fangirl I am. That is all. I'll see you guys next time on the Weekly Podioplex.
Thank you, Denise. And now we're at the end of this week's edition of the Weekly Podioplex. If you want to discuss anything you heard on this week's edition, please take a moment to get in touch. You can surf on over to the brand new homepage at chronicrift.com and leave an audio message right there on the website using your microphone, or you can write to weeklypodioplex@gmail.com. Of course, you can still tweet us on Twitter. The Chronic Rift is chronic_rift. The Weekly Podioplex is Weekly Podioplex. Denise is Riley James Keith. And I am Womprat99, like the creature Luke with Bullseye in his T-16 in Beggar's Canyon. You can give the Chronic Rift a thumbs up on Stitcher Radio, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes, and you can find the Weekly Podioplex and the Chronic Rift on Facebook and Google+. Take a moment, stop on by, and see what other shows the Chronic Rift Network has to offer. We have Cyborgs, a Bionic podcast, the Batcave podcast, the OSI Files podcast, the G2V podcast, Generations Geek, presenting the transcription feature, the return of Dead Kitchen Radio, the Dan and Travis Show, the Sci-Fi Diner podcast, and so much more. Check us out and find the culture in pop culture. If you're interested in more of my adventures, take a quick trip to my blog, Creative Criticality, where I'm watching every episode of Doctor Who for the first time from the very beginning of the franchise and reviewing those stories in the Timestamps Project. Right now I'm in the middle of the 16th season with the adventures of the 4th Doctor and the Time Lady Romana as they hunt for the key to time, and the link to those reviews can be found in the show notes. You can also find Creative Criticality on Facebook. Denise can also be found on the internet at Accessories Not Included, where she talks about her writing, reviews books, and offers her services as a cover designer. Check her out at accessoriesnotincluded.com. If you decide to pick up any of this week's new releases, why not do it through our Amazon store? You get the newest entertainment at Amazon's low prices and high-quality service, and each purchase you make at that store supports the Chronic Rift Network. Your support keeps us on the air, and we appreciate your consideration. Look for the links to our best bets and the network store in our show notes, or click the Amazon box on the website. The Weekly Podioplex is a Lucky Shot production and is produced by John S. Drew. On behalf of Denise and John, this is Michael Faulkner. Thanks for listening. Until next time, there are adventures in drama, comedy, and action, worlds to explore in the depths of film. Get some popcorn, find your favorite seat, and I'll see you at the theater.
That's a wrap!